1898, Morgan Robertson, a former seaman who claimed to have psychic powers, had a dream so powerful he felt compelled to write it down. Robertson told of a ship called Titan that would be the largest craft ever to set sail on the ocean and would be known to all as a floating city. Titan strikes an iceberg in the vicinity of where the real Titanic foundered. There are not enough lifeboats and over 2,000 people perish. How did this obscure seaman foresee a tragedy 14 years in the future? Nearly 50 people should have sailed with the Titanic, but failed to do so because of twists of fate. Scottish MP Norman Craig attributed his last-minute refusal to join the vessel to irrational feelings of unease. "I suddenly decided not to sail," he said. "I cannot tell you why, there was simply no reason for it. At practically the last moment, I do not want to go." At the turn of the century, all maiden voyages were seen as a portent of doom. Many passengers claimed to see a ghostly apparition of a man's head peering out from the top of one of the Titanic's 4 enormous funnels, not realising it was a dummy funnel used for ventilation, and that the man was actually a stoker enjoying an unusual vantage point. On April 10th, 1912, first-class passenger Edith Evans told survivor Colonel Gracie that a London fortune teller had predicted that she would meet her death on water. When Edith's lifeboat filled up with people, she calmly left it, saying her aunt should take her place. Although she said she would get in another lifeboat, she was never seen again. Did she refuse to be saved? For a long time, a maritime disaster involving a large passenger liner had been predicted. In 1883, the famous journalist and spiritualist W.T. Stead wrote a story in which a ship steams into the Atlantic and hits an iceberg. There are not enough lifeboats, and many leave half full. This is exactly what might take place, he says, and will take place if liners are sent to sea with not enough lifeboats. What a strange quirk of fate, then, that Stead himself should be travelling on board the Titanic. Legend has it that on the night that the Titanic set sail, Stead told his travelling companions the story of a mummy's case which bore strange writings, and that if they were translated and narrated, would visit hoodoo on the translator, which is exactly what Stead defiantly proceeded to do, drawing attention to the fact that he was beginning his story of the mummy's curse on Friday, and that in a few minutes it would be the 13th. 2 days later, Stead went down with the Titanic. So many anticipations, predictions, inexplicable feelings. Was Titanic sinking preordained? Or simply an accident at sea waiting to happen?